Here's my water distribution system. We have a combination. Gravity comes down, the water comes down from up the road. We've got a developed spring, feeds into these tanks. There's a jet pump that sends it out to various fields. We'll pass some distribution points so I could direct it to various fields. From inside the greenhouse, I fertigate, and whatever else I'm doing, I could add it to the water system as it goes out. And so I've got, on the farm, there's about 5,000 gallons of water in storage at any one time in these tanks. All right, tomato tunnel here. I've grown tomatoes in this tunnel about 8 years now. They're all grafted tomatoes. No root disease issues because of the grafts. This house is all just Big Dina on Maxifort rootstock. We sell grafted tomatoes to farmers all throughout New England. Eric was one of our great customers. You'll see we do red plastic mulch. Been doing that for years, and I'm going to keep doing it till I use up that roll of red plastic. So that's why there's red plastic there. White plastic works just as good. Basically, white. It's really in the early season. Once the tomatoes are all foliated out, it doesn't matter what you've got on the ground because it's no longer reflecting light. But we did see an increase when we switched from black to red, so we're happy with red. The only danger with red versus black is if you use uncooked compost or manure, you're going to get a nice crop of weeds. So you got to be prepared to weed out under the red at least once or twice. Whereas black plastic, you won't get that problem. So for many years, I just used treated, well-made compost. I didn't add any manure, and last fall I thought it would be cute and I added like an old pile of manure, and so made some extra work, but not a big deal. But we started picking heavily this week, and we started shipping out quite a few tomatoes. So tomatoes is one of our big crops out of a little area. We do raspberries in here. This is also, I think it's 9th year in production. These are all fall bearing, but we've started picking them about a week ago. It's a nice little addition to our retail business. That house next to it was in raspberries. I pulled it, we ripped them all out this year, and we went with more tomatoes and cucumbers. The labor on raspberries is killer, and I'm not going to get rid of them, but I definitely cut back. All of our cherry tomatoes are on grafts as well, and you can see why people are cherry tomatoes, but their yield's so great. But I grow tomatoes in the same spot, you know, for 9 years, no disease. You can see the white and the red. You can see the yield on this, on these guys. Sakura, I've got all the names written down on the plastic so I don't forget. And a lot of different things. We're trialing a bunch of different things. Pink tiger, bunch of different oddball stuff. So it's interesting.
Oh yeah, look at that.
But look at that, exactly. But there's something going on.
Yeah. Gas looks okay.
Because that's the same variety right next to it.
Those things are weird.
I
grew them last year.
The foliage is weird. Pink tiger. Moving right along here. These houses I bought used. Most of my greenhouses I bought new. These are Harnois. Almost all the houses are Harnois. I can't say enough about them. They're awesome. I never worry about snow collapse. They're built like a steel tank, and they were used, and we moved them. It used to be part of a butterfly farm up in Jamaica, Vermont. Not the most brilliant business decision anyone ever made. It went bankrupt. Growing butterflies in Vermont that need 70-degree temperature wasn't, in the coldest town in Vermont, was not. But it worked out good for me because we picked these up for a song. So you can see the tomatoes. We do double leaders on the tomatoes, which means we train it for 2. The nasturtiums are volunteers. They come back every year. They like it here.